Good morning everyone. In the last video, we have discussed about the coordination bond, its property, how the coordination bond is made, and the formal charges, how to calculate the formal charges and what are the formal charges. Today we are seeing that what are the limitations with the Coasel-Lewis approach, that is well known as electron dot structure. The Coasel-Lewis approach was capable to explain the nature of the bond, that is whether the bond is covalent, electrovalent or the coordinate. That is also capable to show the polarity of the bond, that is capable to show the nature of the bond, that can show that how the molecule formation takes place, how the bond formation takes place, and many of the other things. But when you will see about the system, the Coasel-Lewis approach is not capable to explain the structure of the molecule. That cannot explain why the carbon dioxide is linear but water is bent by the structure. That cannot explain the energy of the molecule, that which of the molecule have the greater energy and which of the molecule have the lesser energy. That means which of the molecule is more stable and which of the molecule is less stable. So to solve these of the problems, which was in the case of the Coasel-Lewis approach, we put the new theory, that is called the whispered valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, well known as whispered, VSEPRT, valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. The whisper theory says that the structure of molecule is determined by the repulsion generated by the valence shell electron pairs. These of the electron pairs may be lone pair, that means unbonded electron pairs, or the bond pairs. Their repulsion will determine the structure of the molecule. And this theory says that the structure of molecule will be that structure in which the electron pair repulsion, that is the valence shell electron pair repulsion, will be the least. जहाँ पर सबसे कम रिपल्सन होगा वही स्ट्रक्चर होगा इन मॉलिक्यूल्स का, किसी भी मॉलिक्यूल का. That is called the valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. So when you will see the repulsion, how many type of the pairs are there? There are two type of pairs, that is the lone pair and bond pair. When you will see the repulsion, the lone pair repulsion is considered as the strongest repulsion force. Then it is the lone pair bond pair, and the weakest repulsion force in between lone pair and bond pair is the bond pair repulsion force. So on the basis of these of the repulsions, we will discuss about the different molecules, and we are starting with the molecules having general molecular formula AB2. Here we are considering that A is the central atom. So we are seeing AB2. Here you can say that the B is representing the pair of electrons, that is the lone pair plus bond pair. When you will see AB2, or A is attached with 2B, that is the two pairs of electrons. The first one is here, first bond. Where will be the next one? Surely at the condition where the repulsion is least, and where that condition will be, where the angle is maximum. For any of the planar system, the total angle is 360 degree. And what will be the half of that? Surely 180. And on the 180 angle, this one will be the structure. Then this is the structure for those of the species having molecular formula AB2. What will be the name of the structure? The structure will be called linear structure. So this is the linear structure. Now the next one, that is the AB3, that is the central atom is attached with three pairs of electrons. That may be bond pair, that may be lone pair. There are total three pairs of electrons. Then what will be the condition? This is the A and this one is B. Again, when you will see the angle of the plane, it is 360, and when it will be divided by three different bonds, it will be 120 each. So this will be the condition B and B. What will be the structure? When you will see the structure, if I am drawing it with the dotted line, The structure seems to be trigonal. And what is the nature, whether it is the planar or non-planar? Because each of the angle is 120, so the sum of three angles will be 360. And 360 is the angle of the complete plane. That means the system is planar by the nature. So it is trigonal planar. So such species having molecular formula AB3 is considered as trigonal planar. Now we are seeing the compound having molecular formula AB4. When you will divide the 360 angle, that is the planar angle, you will find the angles will be just 90 degree. That is a smaller angle. And with the smaller angle, the repulsions will be greater. The bond pair repulsion, the bond pair lone pair repulsion will be very heavy. And because of the heavy repulsion, what happens? इतना heavy repulsion हो जाने की वजह से सिस्टम अपनी प्लानरिटी को लूज कर देगा. And now the system is not showing the planar structure. This is going to show a non-planar structure. The name of the structure is called the tetrahedral. What is the tetrahedral shape? If we are considering that this is a cube, and this is the central atom, that is the A, in the center of the body of the cube. Okay, if you will imagine in a 3D cube in your room, you can easily find that it is in the center of the room. When you will see the position of the next attachments, the first one is at the bottom corner. Here, the next one will be at the top corner. Again a bottom corner, and again top corner. Then this is the structure of the tetrahedral shape. If you are considering your room as a cubic system, the center of the room is containing the central atom, then first corner, that is the top corner, next one will be the bottom corner, again top corner, and again bottom corner. So top, bottom. This is the condition of the tetrahedral system. If you are considering a plane from here, you can see that these three atoms are on the plane. If you are considering in your room from one of the corner to the next corner diagonally, you will find the first corner atom is on the plane, the second corner atom which is diagonally, that is also on the plane, the central atom is also on the plane. But when you will see, if this is the plane, then one atom will be in front of the plane and second one will be in back of the plane. This one is called above the plane and this one is called below the plane. So there will be four atoms, in which two atoms will be on the plane and two will be above and below the plane, one above the plane and one below the plane. So when you will draw the structure, this is the B, and where is the condition of the next one? Here it is the above the plane. This type of representation is called the solid wedge. You have already studied in the lower standard, and that is suggesting the system, the B is above the plane. And the second one, that is the dotted wedge, and that is suggesting the system is below the plane. What will be the name of this structure? The name of this structure will be tetrahedral. Then this is the tetrahedral shape. But when you will see the condition of those of the species where one lone pair is attached with the three bond pairs like ammonia, then in that condition this is the nitrogen attached with three hydrogens, that is 1, 2, 3, and the lone pair. This one will be the structure. The structure is called, you can see this is a triangle and a pyramid is here. Then this structure is called trigonal pyramidal. So this is the trigonal pyramidal. This is trigonal pyramidal. Now we are going to see the next type of compound, that is the AB5. When you will see the AB5, now the planarity is lost by the system in the case of the AB4, and in the case of the planarity is lost, to avoid the pressure, we find a symmetrical shape where some of the pressures, some of the repulsions are cancelled by each other, and the best structure what we found in that case, that is called the bipyramidal structures. So in the case of AB5, we get a bipyramidal structure. This is the A, 1, 2 and 3 bonds are on the plane. This is the A, B, 3. And one bond is above the plane somewhere here, and one is below the plane. I am not showing with the dotted and solid wedge, I am showing with a simple line. So this is the first one and this is the second one. If you will see what is the structure, then the structure is trigonal bipyramidal. One pyramid is here on the top pair of electron, and one pair is at the bottom which is generating next pyramid. Then this is called trigonal bipyramidal. Trigonal bipyramidal. In this case, when you will see, this angle is 120 degree, but this angle is just 90 degree. If you are considering that my hand is a triangle, this is the condition 1, 2, 3, this is the condition, and the next bond is somewhere here in this way, then the angles in between these of the bonds will be 120, and in between this one and these of the bonds will be 90. And this is the reason why the repulsion working on this one, that is the axial bond, is stronger than the equatorial ones. When you will compare the equatorial one, when you will compare the planar one, we are considering that this is the system A, 1, 2, 3, 3 bonds, and we are considering what pressure will work on this axial bond, that is the pen. Okay. So what pressure is going to work on this system? So here you can find that one pressure is working from this angle, from this bond, the next one from this bond, and next one will be from this bond. That means 3 repulsions are working from the equatorial bonds. And when you, if you are considering this one as an equatorial bond, this one, then this one, that is the next pyramid, will also provide the repulsion to this one. So total 4 repulsive forces are working on the axial one. But when you will see the equatorial one, if this hand is a triangle, if you are considering this hand as a triangle, then this force that is generated by the axial bond will be cancelled by this one, equal and opposite, and only 2 forces will work, that is the 120 angle each. That means 2 forces are there, and both the forces are the weaker forces. So in the case of the equatorial one, the repulsive forces are weaker, and this is the reason all the bonds in the case of the AB5 type of compounds are not identical. The axial ones are the longer one and the equatorial one are the shorter one. The next compound is the AB6, and the AB6 compound have again a complex structure, that is called the octahedral structure, having a tetrahedral shape with 2 pyramids, one above the plane system and one below the system. But I am not drawing a octahedral shape, I am just drawing the tetragonal bipyramidal, but actually the structure is the octahedral. So this is the compound A, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is the 4B, that is actually in the compound is tetrahedral, for which I am drawing in the square planar shape. One is above the plane and one is below the plane. So this is the condition. You can see one pyramid is on the top of the system and one pyramid is on the bottom of the system. This shape is called the octahedral shape, having 4 hadrons on the top of the surface and 4 below the surface. So it is called the octahedral compound, octahedral shape of it actually, octahedral. In your book, only these are the 6 type of the compounds are given, but one more compound I am teaching, that is the AB7 type of the compound. Actually, that is in your syllabus. Some of the compounds are there from which we draw those of the structures, but in book it is only 6 structures are given. So we are seeing the next one. The last species is the AB7 type of compounds. Then here I have already drawn the structure, pentagonal bipyramidal, which is not a perfectly planar system. It is a distorted structure. So you can write the name pentagonal bipyramidal distorted. Here is the pentagon. This is the lower pyramid. And here is the next pyramid, that is the upper pyramid with 5 membered base, that is the pentagonal base. This is called pentagonal bipyramidal distorted. Pentagonal bipyramidal distorted. It's enough for today. We will meet in the next video. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.